Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's breakfast and it's 11:56 New Year's Eve. Alright, we got the Golden Dragon camo here. This comes from the Zombie Mastery. First Mastery camos you get for completing zombies throughout. And I gotta say, it's probably one of my favorite golds. It's not that bad. However, it's got like that, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like a certain pattern on it with the gold. But I mean, you guys definitely hang around. This thing definitely hits, especially with in the sun, especially if you can get in certain angles. But man, it's not a bad gold. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I pretty much upload every single day. But besides the last couple days, guys, I'm very sorry about that. Very caught up with family times. This is the time of the year to be very busy, and I know you guys understand that. Alright, so most of you, or many of you do know that I'm a New York Giants fan. I don't speak about it a lot, however, I'm probably going to now that I'll be uploading videos more consistently going in 2026. As I was sitting with family and friends this weekend, especially on Sunday when the Giants were getting ready to play the Raiders, I literally said if there was a game the Giants were going to win, it'd be against the Raiders this weekend. I know what a lot of y'all are saying. A lot of y'all are saying the Giants were obviously going to beat the Raiders. However, they're both 2-13 teams, or 2-12 teams, whatever the case is. And yes, the Giants are absolutely probably a better team than the Raiders. However, I just find it extremely annoying and funny that the Giants would absolutely win this game against the Raiders. Not just the fact that the Raiders are buns, but more primarily on the fact that the Giants would have the chance to have the #1 pick overall going into the next draft, and they would absolutely go win the game. Second year in a row, the Giants have had the chance to have the #1 pick, and they just choose to go win the game. I mean, last year against the Colts, they blew them out by like 14, 20 maybe. I mean, it wasn't a blowout, but let me tell you something. I didn't see the Giants put up 40 points, let alone 25 points last year. It was an absolute shitfest. I just don't know why the Giants want to win certain games that they know they should be losing or they should be winning. Or if we're gonna win the game against the Raiders, I mean, sure, and against the Raiders, yeah, win the game. But it's like, dude, 2-13, like 7 of those games the Giants could have won, and I get it. Like our season's kind of over. #1 receiver out, our #1 running back out. I mean, but he's not really #1. It was Tyrone Tracy, but he definitely worked his way up to be #1. It's just so annoying, man. Why is that guy in the corner? There's just certain games that we have the shot of winning and then we don't win, but then the one games where it's like, okay, we should lose this, we win. Not, don't get me wrong, as a Giants fan, I don't want us blowing games. I think the point of tanking your season and tanking games just for the fact of the pick is absolutely ridiculous. There's like ups and downs to being a Giants fan, and I think a lot of sports fans can say that about their own organizations. But man, oh man, man. I mean, the Giants just like give me the aneurysms, bro. I swear, I tell people this all the time, but it's like being a Giants fan for some weird reason, or maybe just as just a sports fan in general. But it's like, you know when you're in a relationship with a girl, bro, and she's cheating, and you know she's cheating, and you catch her in the act, but then you get back with her and you take her back for a second chance, and then she tells you she won't do it again. However, she ends up doing it again, and then your idiot self goes back, and you're like, all right, I'll trust her again. She tells you she's not going to do it again. She does it for a third time. You're still dumb enough to go back. Oh my god. Still dumb enough to go back, and then like you just keep getting your heart broken over and over again. Like that's honestly how I feel being a Giants fan. Like it is just absolutely like just disgusting. And I choked that so bad. I do like the matte red on this gun. It's definitely fire. I can't lie. Black Ops 7 definitely did some good job with these camos. I have to be honest. I think Jackson Dart honestly tried to do everything he can this season to try to like help the team and the organization, but I just feel like he just was just so outnumbered. I mean, dude, you lose your star receiver, you lose your star running back. There's so many odds, too many injuries. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Brian Burns absolutely had a great season this year. Crap. I mean, last year was a little bit weird. You know, it was like not the big impact. He had impact, but it wasn't as big as I think this. Now, I think he's like, what, top 3 in sack leading, which is beautiful. It's what you want to see because we're paying him $140 million, and the Giants are usually broke. But it just felt like this season was already over before it began, and it just felt like there was no hope, no nothing. Now, I'm not sure what the Giants are going to do in terms of head coaching wise. I'm kind of excited to see who they hire as a head coach. I don't know who I want. There's a lot of talks about Marcus Freeman. I know Marcus Freeman isn't going to the Giants. He's definitely going to stay with Notre Dame. There's definitely more fun and enjoyment and excitement playing at the college level than playing in the pro level. I will take that. Absolutely. Our first rounders that we normally draft, they do not last a long period of time. And I mean, we either choose bad, shitty first round offensive linemen, or we choose just horrible long-term deals that are short, bro. Like, You look at Odell, you look at Saquon, great generational talent players that we draft, and then we just let them go, dude. And it's just like so frustrating. Now, I get the whole Saquon, and I get the whole Odell thing situation. Let's be honestly real. You can't control the player, and every player has their own diva mentality and their own style. You can't control them. All you got to do is just let them play on the field and just unleash them. Controlling them doesn't do anything. And if anything, it just makes it 10 times worse because you just drive their ego and their annoyance to drive straight to their head. I think it's just absolutely ridiculous that these organizations think they can try to control someone, especially from a PR standpoint, because it makes absolutely no sense. I think the only solid offensive lineman draft pick we had is honestly Andrew Thomas, and he's been long-term and he's been decent where we got him a contract extension that's really high and really long. I think it's like over 100 mil. But Andrew Thomas does miss a few games here and there, but not detrimental where it's like, yo, we should have not signed this guy long-term. I'll be honest, I don't know who I want the Giants to draft this year. I mean, QB room looks alright. Wide receiver room's okay. I don't like the fact that we keep Darius Slay. Wow, that rhymed accidentally. I'm not a big fan of Darius Slay, and Darius Slay, if you see this, like, I truly mean, I kind of really hope you get hit by a rat. Like, I hope a rat just shits on your front lawn. Like, Darius should not have been re-signed. 3 years, $36 million. Darius, you can disagree with me all you want, but brother, I've watched you for the eternity since we drafted you, and you absolutely get majority of your yards at the end of the season coming towards the last 4 or 5 games when the games don't mean absolutely shit. And we're just playing out there just to play. And other teams are out there just playing their backups while you're just going ahead and shitting on them and getting great results helping your contract situation. His money and his contract absolutely should have went to Saquon. No questions asked. Saquon would have been happily being a Giant. I would be happy. Can you imagine a backfield with Scatterboo and Saquon? With Tyrone Tracy too? I mean, you know how deep in the backfield that is, man? There's just so many what ifs and this and that could have happened that just didn't happen, and it's like, man, just in another lifetime.